Okay, let's start with the whole graphing deal. Okay, graphing is one of those weird things that it's really pretty easy, but then again, it's really pretty hard. It depends on how you think about things. Okay, um, this graphing is more of a it's got a lot of a visual context to it, and if you're if you're pretty good at doing that, then this probably won't be too bad. Um, but there are some things that you need to nail down. Okay, so let's start with that. All right. So we got a rectangular coordinate system. Some people call it Cartesian coordinate system, but we're just going to work in a rectangular coordinate system with it's two dimensional. Okay, so one of the things that we've done in the past is we've plotted things on a number line, like 0, and then you have like 1, 2, 3, and then over here you got -1, -2, -3. Okay. Um, Basically, what we're going to do is that's that number line right here. But we've got two number lines. We got one that's horizontal and one that's vertical. Okay. Now this horizontal one, okay, this is going to be your x-axis. Okay, that's what most people call it. Okay, but remember, you could call this thing anything. You could call it the x-axis. If you were talking about economics, this would be like your demand. So really, you're talking about this being the horizontal axis. Okay, so we generally in math, people will call it the x-axis, but it can represent a lot of different things. So keep that in mind. Okay, and it's just like this. Okay, and then you've got this vertical axis. Okay, and this is going to be your y-axis. Okay, this is your vertical. And again, like I say, it doesn't have to be called y. It could be, if you were talking about economics, this would be like your supply axis. Okay, this vertical axis would be called supply. This would be demand. Okay, so the origin. Okay, that's where the two intersect. Okay, and this will kind of go by what we call the origin. So this is the intersection of um, um, the two axes. Okay, and x and y axis. Okay. Now you could have this could be three-dimensional. The axis would be coming like out of the paper, but it'd still be the origin. It'd just be in 3 dimensions. Okay. Now, one of the things is this is a rectangular coordinate system, and each one of these little blocks here, this would be like the quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay. So it kind of goes counterclockwise. All right. Just make sure that you know how which quadrant is which. Okay. Now, one of the things when you're talking about quadrants, you can kind of figure out um, where ordered pairs fall by looking at the pair, and then you can know what quadrant it's going to reach into. Okay. Now, one of the things about that is you've got to when you're plotting things, it's good to know which quadrant you kind of go, and you can you'll get a feel for it as you do more and more of these. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to plot some points. Okay. These are ordered pairs. Okay. And ordered pairs are always going to be set up like this. Okay. They're always going to have like an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Okay. The x will always be first. Okay. And what this is this was really just the address, okay, of some point. Every point on this rectangular coordinate system has an address, and that address consists of an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Okay, now just on this one, there's an infinite number of points here. Okay, so but each one of those points, there's nothing on here that you couldn't say, oh, this is the x coordinate and this is the y coordinate. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plot some ordered pairs. Okay, so remember, with these ordered pairs, this guy here, this is your x coordinate. Okay, and this guy here is going to be your y coordinate. All right, and it's not a big deal, okay, because what you can do, let me flip the page here, okay, is the easiest way to do this is just start at the origin. Okay, right here, the origin's ordered pair is, for the origin, remember, its ordered pair is 0, 0, okay, because it'd be 0 on the x-axis and it'd be 0 on the y-axis, so that's how you're going to get it. So start here at the origin, all right, and then just go ahead and plot the point. Now, the easiest way to do is plot your x first, okay? So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go over to -3, okay? And then I'm going to go up to 4, okay? So here I go. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And then I'm just going to put my point there, and I'm done, okay? So this is point A. Point B is 2, 5. Okay, so you go over to 2, and then you go up to 5, which is about right there. Okay, and you plot your point. Okay, for C, start at the origin, go over to 3. We're going to go down to -1. Okay, and this will be C. All right, and then for D, start here. Okay, X is 0, so we're already at that point. Okay, so Y is 6, so we'll go up here to 6, 2, 4, 6, and we'll put a point here, okay, and this will be D. Okay, so A is over here in the second quadrant, B is in the first, C is in the fourth, D is not in a quadrant, okay, it's on the y-axis, okay. So that's going to be as far as I'm going to go with this one. With this little part, okay? You can think of this as being part 1. I'm going to come back and do part 2 here in just a second, okay? But make sure that you understand these, and I do have that graphing summary that I have posted, and I'll post it on there under the video too, okay? All right, good luck.